Welcome to Dream Weddings, the only show where you can watch Central Pennsylvania's couples make their dream weddings a reality. You know, we've heard about all those crazy brides who try to control every aspect of their wedding, making everyone around them nervous. They have a name for them. But in this wedding, it was the groom who planned it all. Did somebody say Groomzilla?
From the very start, Oscar has always looked out for me. I was going to nursing school when we first got engaged, and Oscar did all the legwork in planning the wedding.
I just wanted to give Becky the wedding of her dreams, the best of the best.
Rebecca and Oscar, thank you so much for participating on Dream Weddings today. Tell me how you guys met.
Well, I was working at the bank, and so was Oscar. He was a floater. He would come to my branch on Fridays and Saturdays, and I thought he was really cute.
Yeah, and everyone at the branch knew she kind of liked me in a way, but they just laughed at me because she wouldn't say hi to me. The last day before I left the branch, I actually just sent her a happy birthday email. From there on, I kept on trying to talk to her, and then I actually got the nerve to ask her out.
How does having Oscar in your life literally change you?
I wanted to go to nursing school, and I shared that dream with Oscar, and he helped me to write my application essay and put my application together, and I was a little late with it. Not late, but it was the last day it was due, and to me, I was like, oh, I can't show my face, I can't turn this in on the last day, I don't want to look like a last-minute person. He put me in the car and drove me to the school and walked me to the office, and we hand-delivered my application together, and I am now a nurse for the past year, and I wouldn't be if it weren't for Oscar. He put me in the car.
Wow.
Well, yeah, I mean, education to me is something big. So for her to say, well, maybe not yet, I knew maybe that not yet may translate to maybe sometime later on, and then keep pushing it. So I just said, this is something you have to do because this is something you want.
Did you have something special planned for the engagement?
I always take off for her birthday. So I got up early, I went to buy rose petals. I did like a little heart on the table of rose petals. That night, we actually went to dinner. And then we went back home, cut the cake, ate some cake, and then I said, well, you know what? Let's watch a movie. What I did was almost like a montage from like the beginning of our dates all the way to like the most current pictures that we had.
Very romantic.
Yeah.
So that's how you proposed?
And at the end, it said, you know, look at the guy on your left, and that was my cue to get down on one knee, but I was hesitant. I was like, I didn't want to do it. I was like, am I sure? But, you know, at the end, I was like, well, just look at the credits. It's the credit, you know, the credits still said, you know, I love you, et cetera, et cetera. And then I say, all right, I have the guts. And then I got on one knee and I proposed to her.
Tell me more about the dream wedding that you want to have now.
We started searching for all the different vendors, and Oscar played a huge role. Everyone told me, your fiance isn't going to really help you. He's going to let you do whatever you want, and then you'll just be in charge of making all the decisions, and he'll just show up. But I got this big surprise.
Well, typically it's like that. We create weddings, obviously, every weekend, you know, and typically the brides start, you know, planning their wedding since they were 5. But this was a little bit unusual because you seem to be in control of the wedding. Why?
I want the best for her more than anything. I want to give her the top of the line, like everything, roses, whatever she wants, and I wanted to give that to her. So I wanted to plan a wedding for her more than anything.
When we come back, we'll learn how Oscar planned Becky's dream wedding.
Especially if you're planning it yourself. Having a successful wedding takes lots of organization and research. Oscar did it the old-fashioned way on Google. So we need to thank Google, I guess?
Google's my friend. That's what I say. When in doubt, Google.
So you literally search all your professionals in South Central PA and here by Google.
By Google. Everything was Central PA. Lists, and then I have to just call them and say, when can we meet with you? We met with like X amount of people for photographers, videographers, cake people.
I know you for some time already because I remember doing the contract and we signed it last year. Normally, I meet the bride, blah, 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 and you did most of the talking. So when I met you, your nickname, literally, it's not just Oscar or Roscoe, but is Groomzilla. How did you feel about this, Becky? Because he was literally in charge. He was planning this wedding for you as well.
I love it.
I love it.
It's great. I mean, he checks with me on, everything, and it's all about, my taste, but he does it.
Yes.
So what are we looking for the reception?
The best.
It's going to be beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be so beautiful. We've put a lot of planning and effort into it. We want it to look like a winter wonderland.
Becky and Oscar chose the Eden Resort in Lancaster for the reception venue, and brought in shoemaker PDT, all things beautiful, and special occasions to make it happen.
Rebecca and Oscar, obviously, when they came and said they wanted a winter theme, the first things that come to mind are ice and blue. Yep. So we started with blue uplighting all around the room. There's some columns all around the room that naturally lend themselves to be lit. Becky and Oscar had seen this backdrop that we had that has some sparkles in it, and they loved it. This will be lit blue. We'll be highlighting all the centerpieces on all the tables in the room. And then the dance floor will have a patterned snowflake, and we're going to have it snow, actually, for their first dance.
You're kidding?
Yes. It's going to
So
snow.
when they're dancing,
It's going to snow, and they do not know.
Wow, this is perfect because it's cold outside anyway, so we're bringing the outside
Perfect.
inside.
Outside, inside.
So it really looks like a well-decorated tree. Alright, 2 bunches of babies around.
Kelly Stedman from All Things Beautiful created amazing centerpieces for the tables.
We were pretty excited when we found these trees. Thought it would be perfect for Becky and Oscar's wedding. The winter scene bling.
The linens provided by Special Occasions made the table look like a wedding dress.
This is a winter wedding, and Oscar had very particular ideas for the linen to be the snowy white. But for the sweetheart table, we are swagging a white organza over a full-length silver floor skirt that is puddled to the floor.
What a beautiful reception this promises to be. When we come back, some of the challenges in bringing together 2 cultures in one ceremony. You being Spanish, you're from Guatemala, and you're Pennsylvania Dutch. How did it reflect meeting each other's family?
It was a big deal. I didn't realize it would be a big deal, but it was. There are huge cultural differences, and I think that's been the hardest thing for us. When I walk in to a party or to see my family, I walk in the door, and that's my implied hello. So I used that when I met his family. I walked in the door, and if I happen to talk to you, I talk to you. Eventually I'll talk to you. I don't feel like I need to say hi to everybody right away. So I made somewhat of an effort, but I didn't think about it every time. I still didn't think it was that important.
With our culture, there's 20 people there. You have to either shake their hand or give them a kiss and a hug to every single one of them, even the babies.
It wasn't important to me, and I kept doing that. I wouldn't say hi to people, and I really offended them.
Yeah.
And I had to learn to try to accept his culture. I'm going into his family, so I need to embrace their culture and what they do when I'm with them. Now it's second nature. I know to go into a room and to kiss every single face in the room.
How did your family accept Oscar? Was there any errors?
Other than the English-speaking part, like, no sé qué están diciendo porque no le entiendo nada de lo que están diciendo. Solo hablan inglés y no sé.
What are you saying?
I understood that, by the way.
They loved him.
Yeah, I really liked her family. I like meeting parents. That's one of my specialties, just meeting parents and just getting, I love your mom. The best thing about the rehearsal dinner, is that her grandma is hosting the rehearsal dinner. Yes. And what she actually did, she even said it, she said, since almost everything's gonna be before Becky, why don't we have a day for you? So she's gonna have, it's not traditional Spanish, I mean like Guatemalan meals, but it's still like the rice and beans, the pork, the empanadas. Like she really went out of her way to get that catered. So I mean that's awesome. I mean when you have family like that, it just makes it even better. My family are coming over from Guatemala and Utah and California, and it's gonna, to meet her family that are also coming from Colorado and Delaware. It's gonna be just awesome. Like we're expecting to be, for them to get along very well.
So you're gonna find 2 different cultures in one room.
Yes.
Beautiful. Why are you choosing St. Joseph? Is there something sentimental? Was it tradition?
Yes, I attend St. Joseph's, and my mother also attends. She grew up there. Her mother was actually married there, my grandparents. So it's in the family. We've been going there for a while. It's a very old church, and it was actually, it's on Cabbage Hill, and that was a very German area.
This wedding, is it gonna be Pennsylvania Dutch, or is it gonna be a Guatemalan wedding? Are we doing some traditions?
It's going to be a combination. It's going to be very exciting. The ceremony is going to be bilingual. So we have 2 different priests.
My priest from my old parish, San Juan Bautista, Father Wolf, is coming to give the
Part of the homily.
homily, thank you. Yes, and some of the gospel.
Are you doing the rosary?
And we're doing the rosary.
So saying hello to 50 people, it wasn't bad. Believe me, this is gonna be a long ceremony.
Everyone asks that. All my friends and the groomsmen, they're like, "Is this a Catholic church?" And I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Oh man."
Tell me, what are we expecting on this special day?
Well, we are expecting to have a lot of fun, to be very happy, and we are most excited to share our joy and our marriage with all our family.
Oscar, you as the groomzilla, are you excited? Because we have 2 more days. I mean, you've been planning this literally for almost 3 years.
Yeah, I mean, and I really want to see her walking down the aisle. I know right there, that's when it'll hit me that this is gonna be my partner for the rest of my life. To say I do, that's more than anything, like I could spend $2,000 or $80,000. All I want to say is I do.
Coming up, all the planning comes together for Becky and Oscar's dream wedding. Hey brides, here's a hot tip for you. Become a fan of Dream Wedding's Facebook page and you could win a free wedding dress from In White worth up to $1,500. Only first-time brides may enter. The dress is non-transferable. Sales tax not included. No difference will be paid if a dress worth less than $1,500 is chosen. The bride must choose her dress before August 1st, 2011. The winner will be announced during our March 13th episode, so be sure to tune in. Now, how cool is that?
Or somebody has hairspray? Still a busy, those fussies. We just need to put those fussies away.
Hello!
You'll be fine. Sometimes in the hustle and bustle of getting ready for the big day, couples need a little reminder of just what it's all about. Oscar and Becky surprise each other with love letters before the ceremony.
I did quite cry. I held it. I gave him a box of Scooby Snacks because he calls me Scooby Snacks. I wrote him a note.
And he does not know, so this is a surprise.
No, it's a surprise. I wrote him a nice little note, a little cute little paper. I made it myself. I didn't buy it.
The bridal party got ready at Becky's mom's house. Kelly delivered the flowers.
We're gonna have a good time.
I hope he likes the dress.
Oh, I'm sure he will.
Like he's not as much of the big poofy, but I am.
No, you are.
We're gonna have a good time.
Paula from Weddings by Paulette stopped by to help Becky with her dress and even brought a little surprise.
And with the extra length on this train, it's absolutely stunning. There was extra length added from the manufacturer, and they were very cooperative and willing to help us make Rebecca's wonderful day even happier.
This is all hand done.
We have one last surprise for you, and that is we've added a blusher panel to your veil.
Thank you.
There's our bride.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're gonna have a good time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're gonna have a good time.
I'm gonna get you down on the bottom instead.
Before the ceremony, Oscar gathered his brother and groomsmen for some photos.
You're right. That's great. That's awesome where you guys are right now. 1, 2, 3. That's great. And 1.
Chris and John from KM Photography did a great job of shooting the wedding.
All right, good job, guys.
You guys are troopers. All right, I'm gonna have everyone get an even closer.
And then, after nearly 2 years of planning, it was time for Oscar and Rebecca's dream wedding.
I, Rebecca Joy Adams. Take you, Oscar Antonio Orozco.
Rebecca, take this ring as a sign of my love and fidelity.
And now present to you Mr. and Mrs. Oscar Antonio Orozco.
What a beautiful ceremony. When we come back, Becky and Oscar's Winter Wonderland reception. Hi guys, welcome to the Eden. Doesn't this look a little different than the last time you were here?
Hi, Martine. Yeah, a lot different.
Was it everything that you were expecting?
It was just, I don't know, surreal in a way.
1, 2, 3.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. Oh, it's so pretty.
Wow. That is
Beautiful.
Okay, let's go. Come this way.
Oh, that's
Let's
so
go.
nice. Oh, this looks beautiful.
Special occasions did this just for you guys.
So
You have no idea what they're actually doing too. All Things Beautiful, Kelly actually got like 40 baby's breath, and she put them in there to make it look like snow. She put extra bling bling in there for you guys. She actually added more candles. She did this for you guys. When you're dancing, it's underneath. It looks like a giant snow.
pretty.
And she actually got spider moms for your tables as well. So that was all on Kelly's side.
So beautiful.
You guys like it?
Oh yeah.
Oscar from Zilla.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. It's awesome.
What was the biggest surprise?
Obviously the snow.
When we had our first dance, we were dancing and I was trying to take in the moment, and all of a sudden, there's this snow coming down on me.
So after all the planning and anticipation, what was your favorite part of the wedding?
My favorite part was seeing her walk down the aisle.
When we saw you for the first time, you literally looked like a princess. You did. What was in your mind at that moment?
I was nervous, so the whole way down, I was just concentrating on not falling, and I hadn't really walked in the shoes very much. So I was just shaky and just couldn't think of anything. I was just looking at Oscar.
And then you literally took your phone and you took a picture.
When we knew we were getting married, I had two things I wanted to do. And one was the letter that I left at her house, and the second one was to take a picture with my phone. And that is my wallpaper on my cell phone.
What was in your mind when you saw him doing that?
That was the best thing ever. I was like, He must really love me. He's taking a picture of me coming down the aisle.
Becky, what was yours?
When we were greeting people and we called everyone onto the dance floor, we were getting people to dance, and I think the entire room was on the dance floor dancing in the snow. Everyone was so happy.
So can you say that you had your dream wedding?
More than my dream wedding.
Exactly.
These poor hands can offer you nothing but love so sincere. 1,000 nights they've waited to hold you, but now that you're here,
I, Rebecca Joy
there
Adams,
is nothing
take you
that I would trade for your love.
Rebecca, take this ring.
Even all the
That's the sign of my love
I would give
and fidelity.
for a day. Queen of my universe, give you the world. If I were king for a day, if I were king for a day, I'd give you the moon on the string. If I were king for a day, I'd give you my love all my life. If I were king, if I were your king for a day, I'd give you the moon and stars and all the sky. If I were king for a day.
Thank you, Becky and Oscar, for sharing your dream wedding with us. And a big thank you to the Central Pennsylvania wedding professionals who made it happen. To learn more about this wedding, visit dreamweddingspa.com. See you next time.